Okay, I'd like to welcome you guys to Fleet Week in Los Angeles. Thank you so much for coming up here and taking your time and showcasing this incredible vehicle, which I know really nothing about. So that's why we're going to talk a little bit about whether or not it's a new vehicle, maybe the capabilities of it, what your responsibilities are. We'll start off with something like that. So if you want to just introduce yourself, you got the mic there.
All right, good morning. My name is Lance Corporal Oles, and we're from CLB7 out in 29 Palms. But with this truck, it's replacing the Humvee. We're kind of phasing those out right now, and we kind of started seeing these like early 2019, maybe 2020, and they're really good. Like they had time to actually, design this and think about everything. So it's fully armored. It's like basically a shell around the cab of just like inch and a half thick steel. So, you're definitely gonna be safe, right? I don't know, what do you want to know specifically about it?
Just anything about the vehicle, like for example, what on the front, what is this with the no step, with the two, what would that be? Is that just for towing, or for, what does that do?
So this is your combat bumper. You can actually mount a winch to it. This one doesn't have a winch. It just depends on which ones we have, Mm-hmm. But you can actually use this bumper for like three things. So the winch, for maintenance, you can use it to, there's like pins that go into it, and you can use it to lift the whole truck up off the ground.
Just one sec, maybe. That right there is a Super Puma helicopter doing a flyover of the USS Iowa and Fleet Week. So we're just pausing for a second to, even though these guys have mics, yeah, okay, guys, I think we'll be good. How about up top there? Can you tell me about what you call that, and who would be sitting up there and what they would be doing?
So that's our turret. It doesn't really, how would I put that? Really, all we use it for is, you can mount a machine gun, do what you do best with a machine gun. It has the plate up there that can move left and right just a little bit so that you can actually orient yourself better, but the whole turret actually moves as well. There's an electric motor in there that you can use, or we have a hand crank in case that motor goes out. You can mount a 240 or a 50 cal on there really easily. It takes like 5 minutes, as long as you have the right stuff for it. But it's designed so that the gunner can see and not be seen, basically, and it also protects them. As for who goes in it, whenever we do our little training exercises, it's whoever went to a class to use said machine gun, mm-hmm. and whoever knows what they're doing, basically. If you were to go to the side, you'd be able to see.
I'm gonna take this off the tripod. We're gonna just do a little walk around here now. Oh, very good. Thanks for bringing us over here. This is great.
So from the side, you can see there's the driver's seat, and then that black platform right there is where the gunner will be standing. You want to go in there, open it up, and show how it would be looking on the other side? We're gonna have Corporal Valentine hop over there and climb up so you can see it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I really appreciate your time today. And
anytime.
Sounds like you know an awful lot about this vehicle, which I would hope so. What is your position on the vehicle? Do you have positions within the vehicle, or is everyone pretty much trained to do?
Everybody's pretty much trained to do everything. Okay. So we are both Motor T operators, and we also, I've been to a class for operating machine guns, and so has he. But anybody realistically can, as long as they have the license for it, they can drive or operate this vehicle whenever we need them to. As far as placement, realistically, so you obviously have your driver, you're gonna have your vehicle commander in the passenger seat. A lot of the times, if you're in one of these vehicles, you're gonna have a lieutenant or somebody of higher rank, like a sergeant and above, and they will be kind of controlling half the convoy that we have. And it really, like I said, it just depends on what we're doing.
Sure, yeah.
But most of the time you'll have somebody who knows what they're doing for a field op or whatever's going on. And then in the back, you will have at least somebody who can help your gunner. Just call them an A gunner. They can hand them ammo, lubrication, just really whatever they need. and then we have an extra seat open for like, we'll use like our corpsman for that and everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you're all trained for to a certain extent as medics. If there's
so we have we take a class that our corpsmen give us. It's a TCCC, so it's just tactical combat casualty care. We can do the basics. We know how to put on a tourniquet. If there's a gunshot wound, we can apply that Bolin chest seal. And we can do just like, the basics, right? Just enough to stall whatever's going on so that they can go and help you, basically.
Yeah, first aid, yeah. But it sounds like you do get some pretty good training in first aid, though, too, which I would hope that you would have. But someone the other day I was talking to said that in years past, maybe you guys weren't trained as much in that type of thing as you are now. I don't know if that's true or not. But
we're a lot more knowledgeable about saving our own lives, basically, than we would be, 5-10 years ago. So.
Oh, that's great. Now, how about if I stick my head up? If I walk in here, will I pop my head right up here?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
And then you guys can be out here, and I can still hear you very well if you want. I'm gonna kind of just get up here and see what I can do. Oh, watch out for that finger.
Doing good, sir.
Okay, guys. Well, here I am.
Yep.
Thank you so much for everything. Anything else about the vehicle that you could think of we haven't talked about, or?
So with how it's sitting right now, this is our storage overnight kind of setup. Right now, we're getting the ECU battery box turned on, and then we'll turn on the truck itself, and we can show you how it lifts itself off the ground and all that fun stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Good. It does take a little while for it to boot up, but this truck is.
Oh yeah, well I didn't even think that was something we might do. So that's wonderful. We have time. I have time as long as you do. So.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of time.
I very much appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, it does take a little while to start up, but there's a lot of electronics to go into this truck. So.
How long have you been in the Marine Corps?
So I've been in for 2.5 years, and he's been in for 3. So.
Okay, great.
Last year.
Yep.
Oh, it's your last year?
Last year.
You're not doing 20?
We'll do fire department.
Oh, there you go. I just throw that out there because people I've been talking to say that 20 is that magic number, apparently.
Yeah.
And I know some people choose to do that. Can you talk about a little bit about how your training is going to prepare you for what you want to do?
I want to do an EMT.
The mic, if you want to talk for a minute, you might just put the mic on. Thank you.
There you go.
Just anywhere there would be great. And then we'll be done here pretty quick.
I want to do EMT, so a lot of TCCC we do is a lot of casualty care, a lot of trauma care. So I learned a lot of tension pneumothorax, how to treat that very early. So hopefully I carry on my career as a fire, in the fire department.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm sure do you recommend your path to other people who might choose to join the Marines?
I definitely recommend it. I'm a corporal. I have a lot of people under my charge, and I learned a lot of leadership as a corporal that I didn't have before. Just a lot of new experiences, and having that responsibility definitely helped build me character and stuff like that.
I just think that's wonderful. I love how I love the training that you can get in the military in all the branches, especially in leadership, which maybe a lot of you haven't had that kind of experience in the past, and I think that really prepares you well for the future.
It definitely does.
I've seen so many times where military people really can move into the private sector well because of how they've been trained, and they're very well received in the private sector as well too. Do you expect that with your military service that you'll have no problem getting a decent job once you get out?
Definitely. I feel like having people in my charge help build my character to be more out there and just have the ability to talk to people more easily, and I think that'll help me set me up for better success.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I think we're doing is this starting up? Is that what I heard you guys saying? Or is the vehicle starting up, or is it booting up or something?
Yeah,
I couldn't quite hear exactly what you guys were saying.
We're about to start it up real quick. This has a Banks 8-cylinder, 6.6 liter single turbo.
Okay.
It's a diesel engine, and you got it started? You can run have 300 miles of range on a 28-gallon tank. And so if you're cruising 35 miles per hour, it varies depending on load.
Yeah. You do. You must do an awful lot of training out at. Did you guys? Where did you guys say you were from?
29 Palms.
29 Palms. I was going to say. Yeah. Okay. 29 Palms. Well, great. You do a lot of training, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, we're on main side, and our backyard for training is like about a mile away. So we just spend our time out there. You can do shooting everything like easily accessible.
Yeah. Do you work with the with aerial assets much in this, or have you trained with aerial assets in conjunction with them?
Me personally, I have not, but we do have times where we call in a bird for TCCC, so basically our casualty carriers, where we get that experience of like we're in combat. We had an actual live bird. Yeah, well, that's because that's sort of my background is a lot in aviation, photography, and that type of thing. But I appreciate just as much what everybody does, not just aviation. I just have to thank you again for your service if I haven't already, because I admire what you do, and I think you've made a wise choice in what you're doing too. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just going to get back down here into the vehicle. Try not to wipe out.
Vehicles are super nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this real
Okay.
quick. He can talk to you.
Yeah. No worries. It's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, anytime.
There's like padding and
Right, it's a little bit more comfortable than Humvee.
yeah.
So all this is just the DSDU. It's a driver's.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's the driver smart display unit. This connects me to the truck, so the truck can tell me what's going wrong. Like I had it on the codes that it's telling me. It's just saying, hey, there's something going on with the injectors, but once we start the truck, it's gonna go away. It's gonna realize it's all fine.
Okay.
Can you close the hood? So, just startups like normal. We just let this turn on, and once this is all good and it's on this home screen, I'm good to start it.
Does it do donuts?
It absolutely can and will. It's got a really smart suspension set up so that this vehicle is very top heavy, but it is designed to not we're trying our hardest to not have these flip over or roll while we're driving.
Sure.
But so we're just it started up, it's ready to go. Just turn on the lights real quick. If I wanted to raise this up to operational ride height, all I have to do, suspension, ride height adjust, and then click on operational. The truck's gonna rev up a little bit so that pump can kick in, and then you'll start to notice it here shortly. It'll start raising itself up. You're gonna hear a little clunking noise from the center of the truck. That's just the pump doing its job.
Okay.
And all that's doing is pumping hydrogen into these into the cylinders that are on each tire to start lifting it up. And even though this truck weighs 20,000 pounds, it gets up like nothing.
Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. So this is really the replacement for the
Yes.
What? I'm sorry.
The Humvee.
The Humvee. I was
Yep.
trying to think. Yeah. Okay.
As you can see, we're getting up right now. And if you look out the front window, the first thing I'd see on the ground is maybe that lieutenant's boot on the ground, and that's like 20 feet away. The visibility is not great for close, but this truck has a camera in the front for us, so I can see everything I need to.
Oh, nice.
Also, there's a backup camera for it that automatically turns on when I put this truck in reverse, but I can also have it on while I'm driving down the road. So I had to drive through the streets of LA in this for a very short period of time. It's the visibility out of these windows is not great, so I turned this on and is able to help me safely navigate the traffic.
Yeah, so when you're driving, you're looking almost sometimes as much at this as you are out the window then. Huh?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's a better view than you get out the window, so I see how that works.
Yeah.
Well, this is awesome, man. You guys have given me a more extensive tour and information than I was really expecting, and I think this is really wonderful, so I have to thank you for this. Anything else? I know we've taken a while already. Anything else you want to show me, or you think that's, I'm happy with the introduction, unless you can think of anything else, sir.
That's basically all that there is to it. There's different variants to this truck. Sadly, we only have the heavy guns carrier, and that's just with the turret. There's the other three it's going to be just a personnel carrier, basically, which instead of having a turret up here, it's going to be a hatch. And then there's a utility version where it's just instead of having 4 doors, it's gonna be a 2-door, so you only have your driver and your vehicle commander, and you're gonna have a pickup bed. And then we have the other one. I cannot exactly remember what the name is, but it's like a high back for a Humvee.
Okay.
So you can sit 4 personnel in the back of that and really do what you would with a high back. So.
Wow. Well, I'm once again going to thank you so much for your time, and you did
Absolutely.
a fantastic job, both of you guys, in this interview. So let me just shake your hand and thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
And if you want a copy of this video, I'll give you my card, and you're happy to give it to you. So thank
Awesome.
you too, sir. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. All right, take care.
Awesome.